Well, hello. The show will be starting in approximately 4 minutes and 30 seconds. So please stand by and you'll be able to see me live right here on video. And you can get a free psychic reading, or should I say, a free empathic reading, because that is what I do best. So hang in there. The show will start in just about 4 minutes. Also, if you're watching this in replay, you can fast forward past this spot and get right into the show. So hang in there. I'll be back with you soon. We have about 3 minutes and 30 seconds before the show starts, where I'm looking forward to seeing you all here. And also, if you want to be on the show and to get a free reading, all you need to do is hit the Be on the Show button. It'll say be on the show or donate. You hit that button and then you'll see be on the show again. You hit that button and follow the prompts and you will be on the show. You won't be on the stage immediately, but you'll be able to see me. I'll be able to see you, and I will announce when I'm bringing you up to the stage for your free reading. So hope to see you soon. Hang in there. We got about another 2 minutes and 30 seconds, and we'll get right into the show. We have a little less than 2 minutes before the show starts live, and you will be able to see me, and hopefully, I'll see you when you get a reading. So, I'm looking forward to that. Let's see, what else can you do? What else can you do? You can just come and see the show and bring your friends and your family, and let's get like a group reading. Anyway, I will see you in approximately 1 minute and 30 seconds. We have about 40 seconds and the show will be starting. So I'm looking forward to it, and I hope you are also. Welcome. I'm your host, Anthony Cordova, Tony C, the man about love, the Soul Reader, and welcome to the Soul Reader. I'm so happy you all are here, whether you're here live or if you're watching in replay. But remember, if you're watching in replay, I'd love to see you here live in the audience, and I'd love you to get a free reading, which I do every Tuesday night at 9 p.m. at the Soul Reader. Yeah. Woo! And also, remember that if you want to be on the show, there's a QR code up right now. If you want to be on the show using your cell phone, you can just scan that QR code and follow the prompts, and you will be on the show. So, but you don't need to use that QR code if you're watching on your browser. If you're watching on your browser, just click the Be on the Show or Donate button, and then you'll see the Be on the Show button again. You tap that and follow the prompts, and we will get you in the show. And also, you can watch me on YouTube and Facebook. And on Facebook, you can make comments. Actually, on YouTube also, you can make comments. And we love seeing your comments, even if it's just hello. So remember, you can ask a question in the comments, and I will answer that question if I can. I will try my best. So we love seeing that also. And when I say we, I mean me and my lovely producer, Jill Cox Cordova, my wonderful wife. I'd be lost without her, as we all know. Yes. All right. Well, am I going to get into the show yet? Now, tonight's show is what is tonight's show? Everyday people do awful things. That's the topic for tonight. Everyday people do awful things. But before I get into that, I want to talk to you about, what did I want to talk to you about? Poof, just slipped my mind. So maybe I will get right into that, into Tony's Mind Mashup. There we go. Tony's Mind Mashup is the topic of the day. And again, that topic is everyday people do awful things. Everyday people do awful things. Now, the question is, what do I mean by that? That's always a good question. Well, what do you mean by that? Well, let's look at how we live in life and the things that we do. Now, most of us try to live a decent, kind life and try to be kind to people, but we do things that aren't very nice. These are awful things that we do. And one example is road rage. So if you're that person that you get into your car, and it's a nice day and somebody cuts you off, and you're flipping them the bird and you're cussing at them and you're yelling and screaming, and you might speed up and cut them off, and you're calling them all types of obscenities, which is really an awful thing to do. But then you'll get out of your car and you go back to normal. And if someone would ask you, hey, do you have road rage? Well, only when I get in the car. Well, that's not me. That's not really me. That's not who I am. But in reality, it is who you are. If when you have something that doesn't go smoothly for you, and then all of this rage comes out, Yeah, that is who you are. That is part of who you are. So here you are. You're a good, kind person. You may go to church every Sunday, but the moment something doesn't go your way and you're in your car, you turn into a different person, seemingly. But it's not a different person. That person is inside you. That person is a part of you. It's something we need to think about in identifying who you are. I bring this topic up because I'm an empath. So I feel people on a daily basis, and people are walking around and they're just nice and kind, but in deep, they're angry. Deep inside, they're angry, and it shows its face. Another thing with people do awful things. You may be living your life and you go to work every day. Maybe you're a school teacher and you treat all the children just wonderfully. And then you go to church on Sunday, and in church this Sunday, a family comes that's of a different nationality. Or maybe a gay couple comes in to the church, and immediately you have this hatred for them in church. Another human being, other human beings, God's creatures. But in church, you will have hatred for this person or these group of people because of their lifestyle, because of how they live. And that's an awful thing to do. Here you are, a good Christian, but you have hatred for other people because they're different than you. That's an awful thing. Awful thing to treat someone like that. Another one of God's creatures, another human being that you'll treat as less than because they're different than you. It's an awful thing to do. Awful thing to do. And I've talked about this before on this show, but um, a parent, a parent that again they go to work, they pay the bills, they keep a roof over their children's heads, everything is good. But the moment your child doesn't meet your standards, you belittle them. You try to tear them down. You try to make them feel really bad about themselves. And we're all just learning. None of us are perfect, especially our children. But to belittle your child, again, an awful, awful thing to do. So, yeah, so everyday people really do awful things. You can look at the insurrection. Most of the people at the insurrection thought they were just good citizens. That's what they believed. But people died there because of their actions, their awful thing to do. And then afterwards, nobody took any blame. They would try to do all types of, say everything. Oh, it wasn't my fault. I got caught up with the crowd. Your fault too. Awful things. And it is my hope. And like I said, I've done awful things. Everyone has done something awful in their life. But let's learn from it when we do it. Let's identify it. Let's make things right. If we hurt someone in the process of this awful thing, especially if it's someone you know, go back, apologize. And then the next time you see the same thing happening again, try not to do it. Think about the other person. Think about how it's going to make them feel. Think about what you do and whether what you do is a positive or negative thing. Because we really have to change how we live and how we treat each other. So everyday people do awful things every day. But we need to try to change that. We need to try to change that to, make this world a better place. It's all we can do. We have the power to do that. We have the power to control what we do ourselves in our day-to-day lives. We have the power to create some change. So try to remember, everyday people do awful things. And you also are one of the everyday people. And so am I. So let's try to do better. Please, please, please. And that is the topic of the day. I hope some of you have taken something away from that topic. It means a lot to me. How we treat each other while we're here, while we're alive, and that we spread love and try to love each other. Now, this music is for a free psychic reading. So if you'd like a free psychic reading tonight, all you need to do is hit the button, be on the show, follow the prompts, and we will get you in here and get a reading for you. And I really do love doing these readings. And for those of you that don't know, when I do these readings, it's not like your normal psychic reading. It's just like I'm sitting here right now. I'm sitting here on the couch. We're having a conversation because my readings connect to you. Connect to you, connect to your soul, connect to who you truly are. So these readings are all about you. And maybe they can help you, the reading can help you understand who you truly are. because we're not always, we don't present who we truly are to the world. In most cases, in most cases, people don't know who we are. And in a lot of cases, we don't know who we are either. And that's where I come in, and that's where I can help. So I don't see any readings, anybody that wants a reading here. So I'm going to play a clip in just a few moments, and it's with a lovely woman named Cher. Now, Cher was on last season, excuse me, and we talked about several things. Um, I'm just going to play the part where I connect to her mother on the other side, and that means I connect to her mother that has passed on. Now, when I connect to people, and whether it's you or whether it's someone from the other side in a medium reading, I still do the same thing. I connect to the emotions of that person, that their soul, who they truly are. So the readings are like that, and it's kind of just a conversation. It seems like a conversation, like we're just talking. But during that time, I am reading the person. I am reading the person that's on the other side and getting a feel of who they are and what they wish to convey to their loved one. Now, here with Cher, we talked about three different things on this reading. One of them was that she wanted to go in a different direction, do some other things in her life, um, and her partner wasn't really being supportive of that and whether she should move forward. So we discussed that. Um, we also discussed, gee, her daughter. And she has her daughter and her are kind of estranged, at least when I spoke to her, because her daughter has some issues with depression and the relationship between the both of them. So uh, uh, Cher and her daughter became very strained. So the last thing I talked to her about was, and I connected to her mother, and she just wanted to know whether her mother was okay, because her mother had passed away, and really her mother didn't want to go. She didn't want to leave uh, the living and go to the other side. So she was really concerned about her. So that's the part of the clip that you're going to see tonight. So sit back, get yourself something to drink if you're watching it on replay, and check out the clip. So here it comes. I hope that helps some.
It does, yeah. I appreciate it.
And before you go, do you have any other questions?
No, I don't think so.
Nothing. Anyone that's passed on that you're curious about?
Very much so. I didn't know if that was part of this, but
Yeah, quite often I can connect to someone, your loved one on the other side. Um, so let's give it a try.
it would be my mom.
Okay, give me a second or two or three. Now, mind you, when I connect to someone on the other side, I'm connecting to who they are and who they are now, where they're at, and kind of who they were when they were here. your mother's quite often when we pass on, uh, we've got some lessons to learn from the life that we lived while we were here. And for the most part, she's pretty good. She wasn't perfect. She actually she wasn't perfect, but you and her kind of similar.
Yeah.
They're kind of similar. The same type of people. Although she she saw the world uh like she saw the world. Oh no, let me okay. She saw the world like Leave It to Beaver show.
Hmm.
Okay. So that was her image of the world.
Very much. Yeah.
So she was naive to many things of this world, okay, that we live in. So she wasn't able to get a complete picture of this world. It was kind of her own world,
Hmm.
which was a good one for her, okay? But it wasn't a clear picture. So that's what she had to learn when she went to the other side. And it didn't take long. She was pretty good because she's a good soul. She's she's a little saddened about the relationship with your daughter,
Yeah.
but she has an eye on her. Okay. So our loved ones on the other side can keep an eye on the loved ones here. So she has an eye on her. So while you're keeping a distance, your mother's watching out for her. Okay.
Hmm.
Um, so know where you may feel like, oh, my daughter's all alone. My daughter is troubled. I hope everything is going to be okay. Know that your mother is trying to sway her from doing anything bad. Okay.
Okay.
So your daughter is not alone. Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, your mother's good. She's happy. She loves you. She's watching out for your daughter. And when your mother was alive, she wouldn't have had a problem with your life as it is now.
No.
But now she knows different,
Mm.
and she wants you to pursue what you want to pursue. When she was alive, she would have been on the side of your partner,
Hmm.
but not anymore.
Hmm.
Not anymore. Now she wants you to do stuff and accomplish stuff and show the world how fantastic you are. Yeah, yeah. She's good.
Good. I just wanted to hear she's good.
Yeah, no, she's really good. It's sometimes when people live a certain type of life, um, they have a hard time understanding when they get to the other side. So it takes them a little longer to get, to grasp hold to the lessons. But for her, she was like, "Oh, I didn't know." She was like fascinated to know that the world is more than the way she saw it when she was here.
Hmm.
So she was very accepting of it, which is a good thing. 'Cause quite
Yeah.
often people aren't accepting when they get to the other side.
She was not ready to go when she went, and she fought it very hard, and that's why I've always sorta struggled that I didn't know if she was okay, and
Yeah, the reason she fought it is because she lived her life with blinders, if that makes sense to you.
yes, yeah.
So that's why she fought it. She couldn't um, comprehend what the other side would be like. And most people can't, but because of her blinders that she's had most of her life,
Mhm.
she that's why she wasn't ready. It was like she was saying, I don't want to leave because I won't have control.
Mhm.
This is what I'm hearing her say. Yeah, I didn't want to leave because I was afraid I wouldn't have control anymore. And that was important to her while she lived here, to be the woman that she was.
Mhm. Yeah.
So it was that, a fear of not having control and a fear of the unknown. And again, the unknown was because she kind of had lived her life with blinders,
Right.
and not a awful life. She wasn't mean to people, or she again, like you, she wouldn't intentionally try to hurt someone.
No.
Yeah. So I hope that helped too.
That
Whoa,
did.
we're almost at an hour. Before I go,
Wow.
because yeah, I usually do this show for about an hour. Um, one more question. Anything else?
No, that was really great.
Oh, well, good. I'm glad I
Mhm.
helped.
Yes, and thank you to Jill.
You heard that, right, Jill? Say you say you're more than welcome.
You're more than
Uh,
welcome.
everyone knows us. Whether it's here on Fireside, we have other shows here. Everyone knows that Jill keeps me straight. If she wasn't around, oh my gosh, I wouldn't have anybody around to tell me that's not what you meant. So she does that well. Yeah. Oh wow. Okay. Well, Cher, thank you so much.
Thank
I
you very
hope
much.
this was a good experience. I
Yes.
definitely hope it was a better experience than the one you had 20 years ago.
Yes,
It
thank
was
you.
unmemorable. Okay.
Yes. Thank you
Yeah.
very much.
Oh, you're very welcome. And thank you for coming here. And please come back anytime you
I
want.
will for
Um,
sure.
even if you don't want a reading, but please come back. You can make comments and all of that, which would be nice. And it would be nice seeing you in the audience.
Yes, I love this. Thank you.
All right, you are very welcome. We're going to have Jill take you down off the stage
Okay.
because you're not quite familiar with the app yet.
Oh.
And she'll take you down in just a second. Oh, there you go. You all right. There I was in action. That was from season one, I think, episode 27. That was. Um, so I play these clips uh, for the people that are here in the show now that may be kind of leery about getting a reading from me, so you can kind of see what I do and how I do it. And I really try not to do or say anything that you would not want me to divulge that might be too sensitive. So, also, when you get a reading here, I have a safe word, which is stop. So, at any time it gets too sensitive for you, you can just say stop. And we'll just stop, and we'll either switch directions, or maybe we'll just stop the reading because it was just too much for you. But I try to keep everything nice and easy, like we're just hanging around on the couch. There are many things that I pick up that I don't say. That's why when you watch me do a reading, um, I may say to the person I'm doing the reading to, do you understand? Do you understand, what I'm saying, what I meant by that? Um, because the reading is for them, not as much for the audience, okay? Mostly for the person I'm reading. So they can get some relief, so they can learn something. So, like things with you saw with Cher, her mother really did live like her entire life with kind of these blinders on, and a lot of people go through life like that, and their life is good because they don't see anything else except what they want to see. So they don't know anything else. So this is why her mother had a problem when it was time for her to move on, to die, to go to the other side. And this is an issue a lot of people have, is that what's on the other side? What happens? What happens to me when I die? Where do I go? Do I just become worm food? Is it just darkness? What is it? Well, I hope that you can see when I connect to people on the other side, it's not just darkness. It's a wonderful place. And you're going to learn a whole lot about life that you didn't know while you were here. So just think about that. Over the past couple of days, I keep, and I know this is going to sound strange, but I keep feeling people. Um, I'm feeling how unsure and how worried they are about death, how worried and concerned they are about their loved ones that have already passed over to the other side. And our loved ones on the other side, in most cases, are doing way better than us. The other side is a better place to be than here. But it's not our decision to decide whether we should be here or there. While we're here, we need to try to be here and do the best we can while we're here and treat people with love. Just treat people with a lot of love. And I think I'll leave you with that. I'm just going to leave you with that. Let's learn to love each other. Come to this show and let's spread some love, because that's what I'm going to try to do. So, remember to come check me out again next week. That's The Soul Reader with me, Anthony Cordova, and get a free reading and maybe talk to your loved one that's on the other side. And that's every Tuesday night at 9 p.m. Eastern. Just go to knowtoBestill.com/podcast and you can check out the show live. But you can go there right now and check out some of the replays we have posted there. And I would love for you to do that. Now, also know that Jill and I have brought back our other show, which is I'm Right, I'm Right. And that's every Tuesday night at 8 p.m. Eastern. I'm sorry, that's every Wednesday night. Hey, I'm only human. I'm not perfect. So anyway, that's every Wednesday night at 8 p.m. Go to JillCordovaCox.com. JillCoxCordova.com. I tell you, I'm just off tonight, I guess. And click on podcast tab, on the podcast tab. And you can check out I'm Right, I'm Right. And come to the show tomorrow night. And if you're watching in replay, go check out some of the replays. We'd love you to hang out with us and all of that. So, which is all good. And I want to thank anyone that was listening and for the comments and the thumbs up. I really do appreciate it. Come to the show live. Check me out next week. Let's get you a free reading. So, till next time, I want to say bye to you and thank you for watching. And I love you all. I truly love you all. Till next week, bye.